Hey folks, thanks for coming back for another episode of Many Failures. It's been a couple of months since I've had one, so let's get started. I really want to jump in on a discussion that's been happening a lot lately, and that is on people being paid as a professional, whether you're an actor, producer, director, camera operator, anything like that. People were really disappointed that people were offering them jobs or places on a film and they weren't going to get paid. Somebody wanted an actor or they wanted a camera, which is a really common one, and they'll often say, this is what we want, but we don't have any way of paying for it. If you think about all of the aspects of what we do in the indie world, let's say you're an indie person who hasn't gotten a start from film school and gone on to be on bigger sets, or you're a person who hasn't gotten involved with agencies and done some pretty major work. You've kind of started out on your own. Everything's kind of lower budget, maybe it's nowhere budget. Part of what you are doing is you are building a relationship with people as much as you are building your resume and your chops of doing things. Ultimately, you're wanting to see what also works for your production. How does my story fail? How do my camera abilities fail? Can I edit this together? How do any of these things work? As an actor, you might be wanting to start building up your chops, building up your resume, and getting known out there for your performances. If someone asks you to come and be at a role, or run a camera, or do an edit, you have all of the power. You can say yes, or you can say no. It's all up to you. You have every bit of control in this. The fear of saying, well, if I say no, I'll maybe never get another one. There will always be another one. There will always be another one if you're responsible and you're respectful. You know your worth. No one else has the ability to give you what that worth is. If you decide that you're a $1,000 a day person, then that's what you do. And you say you are, and you hold to that. So if someone asks, you have the responsibility of yourself to be able to say yes or no. And more people will ask and more people will come. There will be more productions. You will always be an option somewhere along the line. The key to that is, don't be disrespectful. Allow them to be the responsible party in how the message is delivered. If somebody comes to you and is very genuine and really believes in their project and they have no money, you can say no, and you can be respectful to saying no without having been insulted by the fact that they asked. Now, if they ask in an insulting way or they're not respectful in how they ask, then you can move on very quickly. Clearly, you don't want to work with someone who is going to be that irresponsible to you. But it is all your responsibility. And that's the way it is in the business of making art. Be responsible to yourself and say no. Honestly, sometimes I really don't understand why this is such a huge argument. People really have to get into this whole thing of like, why aren't there better these? Why aren't there better that? You know what? If you want better stuff, you can go and make them too. You cannot accept those things. Take some responsibility on yourself for being able to say no. There's a lot of power in that, and being able to say yes. Be responsible, be respectful. And you know, for those people who are out there who are making their productions, don't be insulting. There is no reason for you to have ego about your project. Have enough ego to get your project going and done, but don't feel like you've got to have so much ego where it's a really big deal for this person to come on there. Remember that whole collaborative effort thing. If people feel like they are being respected, they will be respected back to you. Everyone has responsibility in this. People who have a project have a responsibility to not be insulting and be respectful to the people that they would like to have come on board. People who are looking to come on board any kind of a project have the responsibility to not be insulted if someone asks in a genuine way, and have the responsibility to say yes and no. It's that simple. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm going to try to be a lot more consistent. I'm going to try to play with the live video thing a lot more. You're welcome to check out all sorts of other places where you can find me, not just here on Facebook, but you can go to Twitter and you can go to my Instagram. I'm active on all of those places, and I really want to be able to start interacting a lot more with my audience and find out what people are interested in, what they'd like to hear about, what they would like to discuss themselves. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next one.